And yeah, so along with those levels of service, with having everything in place, I'd say takeaway number two here from a teaching perspective is have checklists for those important areas, like so things like supply ordering. What do you need to order? When does it need to be delivered by? And with checklists, also have people who are accountable. So, it's like, you can have a checklist sitting on your drive or, printed out wherever. But if you don't have somebody who actually says, I own that checklist or I own a piece of that, and sign off on it when it's done, then it's just a piece of paper. But if you do have that accountability with that checklist to make sure you're getting things done by the time they need to be, whether it's like you said, the equipment ordering, the mechanic work, fixing equipment, winter readying the machines, supplies, de-icers, making brine if you're a brine shop, delivering equipment to sites, hiring, all those kind of things, weather apps, make sure you have those. So yeah, definitely good takeaway is, checklists and, have somebody own each piece.
Yeah, they
Good.
have to have the owner. Then with the ownership of that, that that you can assist or help them build out that checklist and make sure that, again, the feedback always has to come back to the top. Someone
Yeah.
has to ultimately be in charge, and usually it's the head of operations. Who your operations guy isn't the sales guy, but he has a big dictation on it. If sales is selling stuff you can't support from an operations standpoint, what's the use of them selling it?
Yeah.
And it's
100%.
and HR can't recruit people without knowing what contracts we have and what people we need. So again, it's like everybody's tied together, and it's not this isolated island. There has to be that constant communication back and forth between people. And like you said, with checklists and weekly check-ins and stuff like that, it holds people accountable. And by assigning those tasks and knowing who's responsible, it's easy to follow up and make sure that everything's getting done when it
Yeah.
needs to get done and on time. It's
100%.
critical.
And I like that part about things need to go back to the top too, because along with the checklist and accountability, if things are taking a longer amount of time or if there is bottlenecks along the way, whether we're in,